Hello everyone, it's me, Sunny Darkness TV, and today I'm here with Retro Dude 42.
Hello, that's me.
Yeah, that is you. So we're doing I crap, I forgot what I was supposed to say. We're making Ruby OCs. We're designing them. We're designing our own Ruby fanfiction OCs. So we should probably explain Ruby before we get into any of the characters. And the whole thing, the team as a whole. So you wanna explain the team
All right.
and the
The
concept
team?
behind it? Yeah, just the team as a whole and the concept behind it.
Okay, so in the world of Ruby, or the world of Remnant, as the actual world is called, by the way, Ruby is an animated fantasy show made by Rooster Teeth. And so in the world of Remnant, there are these variants of human called faunus, which have a trait or two taken from an animal and given to a human, like the ears of a cat or the tail of a monkey. And so our entire team is named Team Feral, which is kind of an allusion to how they're all faunuses. And so they all have these animal attributes and these connections with animals. And so they're all so faunuses are subject to a lot of oppression and racism because they're different, and apparently that's not okay to some people. But they're all Team Feral is dedicated to fighting this oppression, of course, in the most healthy way possible, without just doing bad things. But they're trying.
In the way I thought of it was basically they had this other organization which was poorly written and wasn't accurate. And yes, I know it's a fantasy, but it wasn't accurate to how real world organizations that actually fight against racism act. In They had this thing called White Fang. Retro, do you want to explain it, or do you want me to explain it?
Okay, so I'm not very well versed with White Fang, but wait, White Fang is in the world of Remnant and Ruby, this organization of faunus who are fighting against oppression, but the way that they are portrayed and the actions that they do are generally not on the good side. And so instead of actually fighting fighting against oppression and for their rights in a healthy way, they are kind of doing extremist violent acts, which is not very good portrayal of people who actually do in the real world fight against discrimination and oppression. So we wanted to fix that by kind of making Team Feral as a team that fights against oppression without resorting to violence.
Without resorting to violence. God, my kids have the worst timing. I'm so sorry. But but not one. It's more of a peaceful protest, but more. I'm here to help you. Basically, what they did in season 5, except calling the cops on the organization that wants freedom. But yeah.
I have a very poor memory, but I know the general gist.
Yeah.
And so Team Feral is here, and we're starting off with the leader of Team Feral, Florian Thorn. And he
Leader
is
of Team
a
Feral?
vampire
Team
bat.
Feral?
Yeah, Florian, leader of Team Feral, on the job, no matter the peril,
Rolling
around
around.
like Donkey Kong's barrels.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Dude. Sorry. Wait.
Okay.
Continue talking.
So Florian is a vampire bat faunus. He has the ears of a vampire bat, which is pretty cool. And as you'll see later, he actually has some other allusions to vampire bats. So he has this semblance, which is like an ability, such as quirks from My Hero Academia, or what was I gonna say? Or stand abilities from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or something else that's not an anime. But it's a special signature ability, and Florian's is plant growth, which allows him to grow plants at hyper speeds, and also to manipulate them to grow in ways that are usually unnatural. And the way that he manipulates them is by implanting his aura in them. Now, aura is like a life force field that
the way it's explained in the show is it's the manifestation of your soul.
Yeah. So it's oh gosh, I want to say it's like JoJo's, but I shouldn't say that. But
no, it's basically
anyways,
like JoJo's. It's JoJo's.
No, because JoJo's is different. But anyways, the point is they actually have signature colors for their aura because it is a manifestation of their soul and of their being. And so the color of Florian is actually forest green. So you're already getting those tree tones and those leaves and plants.
And his design,
he loves nature.
And his design uses a lot of, as the audience can see. I know you can't see, which I'm sorry, because I'm using my phone on Gacha for Gacha Club, and because I'm using my phone, I can't show him the screen. But as you can see, it's using a lot of the forest green, the greens, the browns. Actually,
all earthy colors. And so he can actually use that plant growth ability that I mentioned earlier in a very interesting way with his weapon, Violent Thorn, which is a longbow or short bow. So he has a lot of long range attacking prowess. But what's so special is actually his arrows. His arrows can be infused with dust, which is like this magical kind of crystal rock that comes in many elemental forms, such as electric, ice, fire, gravity, which is a pretty cool one. So he can infuse his arrows with those dust to give them these elemental magical effects, but he can also put a plant seed in his arrows and then use his semblance to make the plants grow very quickly and manipulate them to give his arrows this kind of versatility from all these plants and elements. Now, building onto his versatility is his close range repertoire, which is a fancy word for portfolio. It just means he can fight real close change with his chain weapons, Bleeding Jack and Bloody Mary. So how they work is that they have a chain base with a chain interchangeable end to the chain, which can include a knife or a baton. So you can use his knife even at close range without having to extend the chain. He can, stab and stuff, but he can also throw out his knife using the chain. But with his baton, he can actually use it very well to wrap his chain around enemies, and it has a very good interaction with electric dust, which can shock the enemy. So he has this versatile fighting style where he can shoot, he can throw, he can stab. He's also very good in martial arts, being able to kick and punch very effectively.
I don't
And he
think
is
I've
generally also very agile. So he's able to get around and just do damage. If he were a D&D class, he would be a ranger multi-classed into a rogue and druid, meaning that he is good with bows. A ranger is good with bows and stuff, and also just in tune with nature very often. A rogue is because he's so good at sneaking around, at moving, and at stabbing and stuff. It also built into his backstory and personality, which is very nice. But his druid class is, of course, for his plant growth abilities, and just being in tune with nature in general. Now, going back to how Rogue is intertwined with his backstory and personality, he has a very cool backstory, which is that he's actually a mercenary for an anti-faunus oppression group, different from the White Fang, but he's very trained as an assassin, which is actually a subclass of Rogue. So he's very good at sneaking around, at getting killed, at killing people in a very efficient and secretive way. But he is also just a very charismatic person. He's which is what makes him such a good leader of the team. He's also calm, collected. He's very self-confident, and he's just a great leader, except for the fact that he has actually never led before. As a mercenary, he has only gone on solo missions, so that might add a little bit of conflict into how he usually thinks once he gets to meet the rest of the team and try to work with him.
I haven't finished on Florian yet. We need to keep talking about him.
Alright, guys, it's time for our favorite part of the show, where I get to rant about how plant growth, Florian's semblance, could destroy an economy.
Wait.
So
before we get into that, though, can I talk about like Florian, the organization that Florian worked for? So the organization, it's less based, unlike the White Fang, it's less based off of race and culture, which I still do find it's very important to me, as it is to a lot of people. It's very important, but I base it less off of just that. That's going to be more for other elements of the show. For the organization, I base that off of my personal experience with religion, and I myself am an atheist. My lights just flickered. Oh my god, that is...
Oh, you're what?
Oh my science, oh my evolution, oh no. Oh no, oh my evolution, why is the light flickering? Anyway, as an atheist, I've experienced a lot of prejudice by many Christians and even Catholics, which has led to me feeling very strongly against them, which is not the right mindset to have. And I understand that it's a harmful mindset now at this moment, but back then I was very angry, and I was very... Yeah, no, I was one of those Reddit atheists that would replace God with Sky Daddy, so that's just how you know I'm not a good person. But I'm bringing that back to my experience with finally saying, okay, these people that have hurt me are not a good projection of all the people in this organization, in this case Christianity and Catholicism. And he separates himself from that organization and learns to be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's the whole thing where you meet one bad person or a few bad people, and you assume that everyone in that group is a bad person, and then you realize that that's not necessarily true. So we're gonna see that kind of arc go on with Florian, and it's gonna be very interesting to see how he handles this kind of realization that not all humans are necessarily bad people just because a lot of humans have oppressed Faunus. So he is going to have to learn that they can live that Faunus and humans can live together. It's not just one or the other.
That is a beautiful way to summarize it. Also, my lights keep flickering. Evolution, help me, please. Evolution, in the name of Darwin and Einstein and Isaac Newton. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. Anyway, but yeah, no. I really am one of those Reddit atheists that will go, "Oh yeah, Sky Daddy."
He's also the kind of person to ask you if you're going to lab on Sunday.
Dude, are you one of those people to celebrate evolution, miss?
when Darwin Claus evolves down the chimney.
You mean when he evolves our presence down the chimneys? You know, I'm starting to think you aren't a certified atheist. Are you just mocking us right now? I say as
back to that fun bit that I was talking about how plant growth can actually ruin an economy.
Oh yeah, right.
So, I love this bit. I love this talk. It's so fun. So the thing about plant growth is that it can grow things super fast, if you remember, and it can also manipulate how things grow. So, step one on how it can ruin an economy. So people sell plants, right? People sell flowers and all that. It's great. Now imagine if you could grow all those flowers and stuff that you want to grow and sell instantly with a power of just a whoosh. It's all grown. So plant growth can basically do that. And so imagine that you sell flowers, right? You've met this Florian guy. He seems pretty nice. And your flower cart is kind of struggling a little bit. So you ask Florian for a favor, right? You're friends, even. Some would say that. You lent him a toothbrush one time. But,
Toothbrush?
You didn't just take it back.
Sorry.
Storytelling problems aside. So, anyways, he owes you one. So you're like, hey, Florian, can you grow these flowers for me? Can you grow a dozen, a couple bouquets of flowers for me? And he goes, you know what? Okay. And so he grows you some bouquets. Magically, you have a bunch of flowers.
Not magically.
What?
Not magically. Because remember.
Okay. Well, it's like magic. You have a bunch of flowers, right? And now you can sell all these flowers, right? Now imagine if that happened, but Florian is friends with so many flower sellers, right? And he owes all of them flavors. He owes them all favors, right? He grows a bunch of flowers, and suddenly, due to the laws of economics, supply and demand, supply goes way up. Because he just grew a bunch of flowers that normally would have taken much longer to grow. And now, because there's so much, they can flower carts will lower the price of flowers so that people will want to buy their flowers over other people's flowers. And they can afford to bring the price down because they have so much, right? Which means that people will be like, oh, great. great, I can go sell flowers, buy flowers for cheaper, right? But eventually, people will keep doing that, and they're like, oh, I have enough flowers, or something. I don't know. The point is, they have so much flowers that bringing down the price of flowers doesn't really hurt. Until eventually, flowers are worth nothing. Flowers are worth nothing. And the entire flower industry, it crashes. Entire economy destroyed. Another way that he could actually revolutionize the market is that he can manipulate plants to do unnatural things. So imagine he wanted a rose, but the prickly thorns are annoying. He can get rid of the thorns. He can grow roses without thorns. Magically, not magically, like magic, everyone wants to buy your roses because they don't have thorns, and otherwise they're such a hassle. And so he can make that, which would be very convenient, but would probably have some secondary effects. Now, probably the best use on a large scale is that he can grow crops. He can make food just appear. Imagine that. Like, oh, it's winter and we gotta wait till next fall for the harvest, but it's a really rough winter and a lot of people are starving. Florian grows plants.
And
imagine that. And now people can eat.
Now people have food. It's a beneficial power. But it can also be used for, again, like, it also has its downfalls. Not only can it be used for destroying the economy, even unknowingly destroying the economy, but it could also be used to sell drugs, to grow drugs and sell them.
Yeah, you could also grow bad things.
All right, now I think we're done with Florian. Now, wait, Retro, I'm going to take a quick break. I need to use the bathroom. Be right back.
All right.
All right, I'm back. I'm gonna do a few adjustments while you introduce the next character.
Okay, so of course we have our leader, Florian, all sorted out. And now for the E in FERL, I don't think I actually mentioned this yet. FERL is spelled F-E-R-L because the fun thing about Ruby teams is that they can only have 4 letters in them, which means you usually take a word and then either spell it really strangely, or you take out some letters, or you do a fun mix of both, like Ruby itself. Or no, Ruby is just you change one letter.
I think you're not allowed to put to make it what's it called, to use vowels.
I don't know if you're allowed to use.
You know what? It's too late to change it though. So you know what? If you're
let me see. Ruby has no vowels, unless you count Y. Juniper has no vowels. Stark has no vowels. Coffee has no vowels unless you count Y. What's Sun's team?
SSSN. I know, right?
I forgot that the other 2 guys had the names starting with S. I knew Sun and Neptune, but I forgot the other 2 guys.
Sun, Neptune, I don't even know.
Saturn.
Is that his name?
I imagine it, it would make sense if one of them was named Saturn.
Well, one of them is named Scarlet, so it would just I feel like it would be, but yeah, no, it works.
But tangents aside, yeah, vowels I don't think are traditionally allowed, but who cares? It's cool.
I mean, okay, so
but yeah, feral is just spelled the same as you would spell it normally, but without the A here. So Florian, of course, is our F, beginning the team and being the team leader. But next, we have the E, Elise Lavina, which is a very pretty name. She is an electric eel goddess, which is pretty cool. So she has two traits from the electric eel faunus.
Oh wait, one second. An ad is playing on Gacha Life, so I just give it. Right, there we go. Anyway, so Elise Lavina. Haha, sorry.
Yeah, Elise Lavina is an electric eel faunus, and she has two traits, those being the actual organ that electric eels have that let them produce electricity, which I did not know was a thing until Sunny did research for that.
Yeah, apparently that's the one that gives them the trait, or the ability to make electricity.
That's pretty cool.
It's weird. It's like along the lungs or something like that. Like,
oh gosh. And speaking of lungs, which are used for breathing, she also has gills, which is what fish use to breathe in water. Well, not breathe, but to respire in water.
that was a beautiful transition.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you set it up. But, so, she can actually use her electricity for her semblance, called pinpoint, which allows her to create an electrical charge within, or like anywhere within a certain area. Is that how that, I forgot how it works exactly.
She'll create Elise was also designed by me. Like, she'll create an electric charge onto an object, and then she can either pull herself towards it or pull herself away, or she can create an electric charge on another object so that it has better accuracy when she's throwing object 2 at object 1.
Yeah, so it works very well with her electricity powers that, well, not powers, but her abilities that her actual organ grants her, so that she can create an electric charge, which she can use to manipulate the positioning of both herself and her attacks. Speaking of her attacks, she has a very cool, one of my favorite weapons, honestly, a trident named Charge Bolt. So Charge Bolt actually has a chamber in the middle of the shaft that can carry either electric dust or ice dust. So the electric dust is, of course, used to make an electric shock, or to work with that pinpoint semblance from earlier. And the ice dust, I imagine she can freeze people and stuff, which is pretty cool. So she
actually on the notes, yeah, you can actually look at the notes and see how it's used. I forgot how it's used too.
But yeah, her the way she fights is she mostly uses her trident. Unlike Florian, who's pretty good at martial arts, Elise is much more focused on her weapon and her trident. Well, her weapon, which is her trident. So, but one of her strengths while fighting is actually that she's very good in water, obviously, with her gills and her increased mobility in water. Because when she's not in water, she actually has a very poor mobility, because she's very much a tank. So she's in D&D terms, she's kind of like a paladin. She's tanky. She can deal a bunch of damage. So she's a tank. It's somewhat hard for her to get in, but she can actually use her pinpoint ability to get in, as we said earlier. But when she does get in, she can take hits. She can deal them back. She can just generally do a lot of work when she gets in. But her weakness is, of course, that she fails to get in a lot of the time. So overall, I say that she can probably be the scariest when she gets in, because a trident has 3, like, When you get stabbed by a trident, you're getting stabbed 3 times. That's pretty brutal. And if she manages to stab you, imagine she freezes your blood or something with a. Can I say blood on YouTube?
You know what,
promise.
dude? I say fuck. I say the fuck word every other second, so you can just say whatever you want on my channel. None of this is getting monetized.
Okay. But, yeah, no, she can use her ice dust to freeze your insides, which would be, A, kind of yucky, and B, kind of brutal. Or she can just just fill you with electricity, which would, oh gosh, that would hurt. Especially if she strikes in a very important part of your body.
Or she can, since Pinpoint manipulates electric charges, she can actually do the opposite and just take away the charge that's making your heart beat.
Oh no!
It is.
That's terrifying. It
is brutal. Yeah. Thinking about it.
Okay, when I said that she was the most terrifying, I think I might have been right. Which is very funny because she's incredibly sweet. She's kind of blissful, honestly. Like she doesn't know what's going on a lot of the time. She was kind of sheltered as a kid. She lived in Menagerie, which was actually a place where only Faunus lived. So of course she never experienced the kind of oppression that Faunuses had gotten. So she's kind of unaware of that.
And being that her only 2 ones are gills and her organs, which are internal, she can pass by as human too. So she's less likely to face oppression in that sense. But
yeah, which is why it'll be very interesting for her to fight on this team that fights against oppression and discrimination, because she'll have to first learn about all of the horrible things that have happened to Faunus because of humans. But once she does, I think that she's very compassionate. So of course she's going to care about all of these things once she knows about them and how horrible they are. So she'll fight, I believe she'll fight full heart, full strength for this just cause.
Yeah, of course she'll be. Also it's also a totally author's note. She's actually supposed to be more or less the grounded character for people who don't know as much oppression. I don't know how to not to sound like a jerk, just who haven't faced oppression. It's not your fault, by the way. If you haven't faced oppression, good on you. I'm not. Oh fuck! I'm gonna sound like a jerk on YouTube, aren't I? Retro, I'm gonna get canceled, aren't I?
No.
People who haven't experienced that kind of thing, but just when she's a person who you'll look to. She's the one that kind of, since she's passing, she won't face that, but I don't know how to phrase it. Oh fuck.
The point is, if you have not faced the kind of oppression that this story speaks to, then Elise will be your. When Elise learns about these horrible things that have happened, you can learn about it too, and you can kind of evaluate that and kind of put that into your own life and see it in the world, and also how you can help to make that not happen anymore. Of course it's not that simple, but everyone can help. That's why you can go donate to the fundraiser in the description. We can actually do that. We can actually find a fundraiser.
I can do a fundraiser. I just don't know how to do that. Could you help me later? Like
I
one.
don't know if we can do that. We can link one in the description.
Yeah, I know how to. I think I can look up some fundraisers and then do that. But
Yeah.
I'll try to look one up.
But in any case, do a little thing, learn a bit. Educating is good.
I
But
saw a hairstyle like a while ago that I thought would look really good for Elise. I'm looking for it right now.
but anyways, yeah, Elise is also just cute. She's just cool.
She's
I
very
think
cute.
that she's gonna be fun.
I'm
She's gonna
such
be
a fucking idiot.
good, loving friend.
I'm such an idiot.
I mean,
I looked for it for so long. It was in the front
was it on
hair
the first
section.
page?
It was in the front hair section, Retro. I'm so stupid.
No, you're not.
I hate I'm dumb. Oh god. Alright, let's sorry for interrupting you.
But yeah, I mean, Elise will have a more than loving friend relationship with maybe with some people.
Stop.
Perhaps.
Dude, you're spoiling it. No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh no, her and Lazarus get together in season 3, episode 9. No.
No, you spoiled it for me. I didn't know that. Like, I knew they got together, but I didn't know it was that late.
Dude, yeah, no, they're endgame stuff. Don't worry about it.
All right. Sorry for the spoilers, guys. That was kind of rude of me.
No, I'm gonna make a joke that Elise is just gonna get with every character, so to the point where people are just like, she's not gonna get it with anyone. And then when she gets with someone, everyone's gonna be shocked, and it's gonna be the
Shocked. Everyone's gonna be shocked, guys.
yeah, everyone's gonna be shocked. Pun very much so intended.
If you guys were shocked by the accidental pun, you should like the video.
You should like the video regardless. You know what? If you don't, I'm not gonna pull that card. But you know,
You're not gonna make that joke.
I'm not gonna make that joke. Don't worry. I'm not gonna.
If you guys saw that joke and you like dark humor, you should like the video.
Okay, but on a real note, don't like dark humor. You can make dark humor that's actually good. Like, and it's not just I like dark humor. Racism, no, literally the best example for dark humor is from Romeo and Juliet. Romeo was just like, "Hey, Mercutio, you gonna die, brother," and then Mercutio was like, "Hey, LMAO, I'm fucking dead. Ooh, stab me, haha." It's like that. That's dark humor. It's not. I like dark humor.
Dark humor.
I like dark
What's
humor.
your favorite Shakespeare play?
My favorite Shakespeare play is Othello.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Dude,
basically
basically it was I have wife. Why are you using my wife's handkerchief? My wife cheat on me, I kill. Oh no, they innocent, dead.
So I've seen the what is it? I've seen the Romeo and Juliet. I've seen Romeo and Juliet, but only the production put on by Alpha Rad and all of his friends, which was very silly and not at all how, well, it's mostly how Romeo and Juliet goes. But that's the only experience I've had with Romeo and Juliet. I think I've seen like a little bit of the animated The Tempest back in like middle school or something, and I've seen very recently A Midsummer Night's Dream, which is actually a banging play.
Dude, that's epic.
Yeah, I like the part when I like the part when the guy dies. That sounds like I'm not actually making a reference, but if someone's actually seen A Midsummer Night's Dream, they know that actually is a reference.
I mean, if you just make a reference and say someone dies, then it's a Shakespeare reference. Don't worry.
Well, no, but it's a very specific reference.
Fair.
Well, I sound pretentious.
No, it's
I
fine.
don't. I want y'all to know I'm not pretentious. I don't care if you've seen Shakespeare or not. I've literally only seen one play.
I care if
was like,
you've seen
oh, that's cool.
Shakespeare. You know what? If anyone hasn't seen Shakespeare, Shakespeare, and you can quote me on that. That's right.
Can I quote you, including the
The that's actually the main focus of the quote. And if you do not add that to the quote, I'm going to sue you for everything you have. I'll do what Nintendo
be a
did.
very short locket.
I'll do
short case.
I'll do what Nintendo does and send you a cease and desist.
I guess I'll just die.
Oh damn. That.
I mean, you said cease and desist. Cease means to stop, so I'll just stop living.
Dude, you'll do what Othello did, no. Or what Juliet did,
why
or...
would I stop living? You know what? Let's just live.
God damn it. That was for anyone who doesn't know, that was a Ruby reference, but also, Retro, you neglect the fact that, once again, all things must die. So just close your eyes, alright? Don't fear demise. In fact, if you fear demise, might as well just black out the sky, alright, Retro? You feeling me?
I guess it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah. It is time to say goodbye. I'm sorry. I caused your death. I'm a bad luck charm.
I mean, they always say that this day would come when it falls.
You know, at some point, someone's just gonna come for me for all of the bad puns, and when they come for me, I burn in hell. They're gonna be armed and ready.
Well, I'll help you. I'll help you, and soon you'll be rising out of there.
Retro, they're gonna be armed and ready. There's no help.
It's okay. We will claim the triumph.
Are we? Crap! I forgot the quote. Give me a second. Wait, no, it's Are we weapons pointed at the enemy? Which song is that one?
Claiming victory.
What song is that one though? Is it?
That's.
It's time to say goodbye, right?
Time to say goodbye.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's time to say goodbye.
God,
All right, hot take time. What's your favorite? Rank the first 7 OPs right now.
The first 7. I forgot their names. Give me a second.
All right, so we have. This will be the day. Time to say goodbye. When it
in order.
Falls, Let's just live. The triumph, rising, and trust love.
Okay.
That's in order.
Trust love easily bottom. I just don't like it.
That's honestly completely fair.
And then volume 6.
Rising?
Yeah, Rising. I don't like Rising either. Listen.
Rising?
I don't.
Rising was was probably like my least or second least favorite when I first heard it, but it's really grown on me.
It's not even that it's a bad song. It's just that I don't like it because I associate it with. Not only do
Volume 6.
I associate it with Volume 6 and 7, which is...
I really liked Volume 6.
Listen, if they didn't kill Adam, I would have liked it, alright? But they killed Adam.
That makes sense.
They killed the guy that was like... I'm gonna complain about this till I fucking die, aren't I? But they killed him. He was the guy that fought for Faunus' rights. Why would you kill him, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry for complaining.
What kind of Faunus was he?
He was a bull Faunus.
He was a bull? Did he have horns?
Yeah, he had horns. That's why. Oh. Which makes sense because the way they wrote him was complete bull.
The actual reason he's a bull Faunus is because he's angry.
Yeah. Also, his colors are like red.
Also, he's red. which is very funny
Oh wait.
because he's angry and he's a bull and he's red, so he sees himself and he gets angry. That's how bulls work.
Yes. Actually, fun fact. It's actually their their. Oh God, I sounded Canadian. That's my worst fear. Anyway,
They're
I
they're
they're. Hello. They're
Hello.
They actually the reason why they actually get mad at the color red is because of how the cape waves and not the actual
yeah, not the color.
not the color. Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
knew
really
that.
fun fact.
But it's so funny.
Also, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the way that Moon Slice was animated. You watched the Black trailer, right?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Maybe. The only trailer that I ever remember watching is Red.
All right. Basically, oh dude, I just like the way it was animated. You know what? I'm gonna show it to you. My audience is gonna hear the audio. I don't care. You know what? I'm just gonna show it to you because it's really good the way it was animated. Like, I'm just a nerd. I don't care about floor and decor. Why don't you, Florin, get some bitches? How about that?
Guys, I don't think you can see this, but Sunny's feed is fully filled with Fortnite videos.
God damn it! It's not.
He's lying.
It's not. What the fuck are you talking? What are you?
I know what this song is named. I haven't listened to it, but it's from Shadows.
Yeah, it is. Look, okay, look at
Oh
this.
yeah,
Look
you
at
can
this.
store energy.
Yeah, look at how it's animated though.
That's
It looks
cool.
so menacing.
This is volume 1 animation. I just wacky.
Yo, it just looks so cool. It looks so
so
cool. I know, dude. I need.
All right. Anyways.
Wait, yo, wait, what's Raveline's? How does Raveline's semblance?
Did your phone turn off?
It didn't. Don't worry. But how does Raveline's semblance work?
Are we moving on to Raveline?
No, I just want to know because I want to see if I can like make it. I don't know. It's your decision ultimately, but I want it to be like that Adam thing where it's his colors are illuminated, or his colors are shown, but everything else is black, silhouetted.
I don't think that's how it works.
All right, understandable.
I'm not 100% sure.
I hate when
Which is not a good thing to say
no,
in this context.
dude. You know, being unsure of things, that's just what being a teenager is. And really we shouldn't fault ourselves for being unsure of how things are going to go because we can't tell the future and we're just kids and it's not our responsibility to it is our responsibility. Our future is our responsibility. It's not, we don't need to be adults just yet, so let's just savor our moments as teenagers, you know?
Let's just live.
Let's just live, exactly. I'm gonna give
That was
Elise
a really long reference.
I'm gonna give Elise a bit more of a her look shows that she's not as confident in fighting because one, she's had experience, but she's not, you know, she's not
a master of her craft.
Yeah, and she's she's like
So as Elise's creator, how did you come up with Elise?
I thought, well, I mean, Florian has plant powers, so I wanted to connect two characters with more natural forces. So Elise and electricity and lightning and stuff. Elise would be an electric kind of person. They have,
that makes sense.
which is ironic because of how parts of them have some form of like they're both connected to nature, but some parts of them aren't as natural. Like Florian has dyed hair.
That's the only unnatural thing about him.
That's like one of the unnatural things about him. And
the only thing, some would say.
The only thing I know for real. Some others would say.
Guys, make sure to like the video if you got that reference.
Make sure to like every video I have if you got that reference. If you don't, that just means that you know nothing for real.
While you're at it, you might as well subscribe.
God, I remember Nova asking me about how developed Elise is, and I'm just not. I'm not dissing him. He's cool. I'm just saying why.
But yeah, so that's pretty cool. You have that whole natural feel to them. Well, you said that there's kind of an unnatural thing or two about each of them. So does Elise have any glaring unnatural part to her that you would say?
Like, I don't know how to describe it, but this connection, she's I don't know how to describe it. She's not like, while Florian is deeply entrenched into nature because he's as his semblance, it makes him close to nature, and his natural roots are faunus, which are seen as animals. So he goes, okay, well, if I'm an animal, I'm gonna be a lot more natural. He's going back to that nature.
He's gonna be a bit more feral, some might say.
Yes, he's extremely feral, ferocious. Even dude, that should be their theme song, like ferocious or. Oh, that would be cool. That would be such a good theme song. Oh, I need to make music for that.
All right, guys, get ready for the feral soundtrack coming out soon. That's a false. It's not coming out soon.
It's gonna come out.
Might not even come out.
It's gonna come out.
I'm gonna make sure. Each other.
I'm gonna make sure it comes out. I'm gonna work hard to do so, but it's not gonna come out soon. Don't expect too much from me, audience. I'm a depressed child.
All right, but going back to that whole unnatural thing, so were you kind of saying that so it's because Florian is a bit more ferocious, feral. He's more kind of accepted that he's not the same as everyone else. He's much more wild.
Yeah.
Whereas Elise just thinks of herself the same way that anyone else would.
It's more
like as a human would, per se.
It's more of her perception of herself. She feels like she's not because she hasn't had the struggles of a faunus. She feels less like a faunus when in reality she's just as faunus as everyone else, and that's it's a play on, it's a reference to how some people will treat others as if they're less, like people have treated other people as if they're less black or less Mexican because they haven't faced the same struggles or they don't come from the same places. And again, it's related to personal struggle, as I feel as if I am less Filipino and less black because one, I don't come from the hood, I don't come from any sort of ghettos or any of that, or not ghetto. I don't want to say ghetto. I feel bad for saying that. But I don't have that sort of relations to either of those. I speak fluent English, whereas most of my family, they're multilingual. And I'm not multilingual. I only speak English. I know a bit of Tagalog and Ilocano, but I'm not fluent in it. So I feel sometimes I look at myself and I feel less, which is my main inspiration for how Elise was kind of developed.
That's oh gosh, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. She grew up in menagerie where everyone is a faunus, so she's not felt that same oppression. She's almost she thinks that she's normal, kind of, or that she's more human than every other faunus. That she's less of a faunus because so as she moves into this mixed place with humans and faunus, she's going to she's going to hang out with all the faunus because the faunus, they all stick together because they gotta watch out for each other. But she's going to feel that maybe she doesn't fit in like everyone else does because she hasn't felt that same oppression. And
Exactly.
wow. So she kind of has to accept herself into this group.
Yeah, but it's also the group accepts her. They bring, actually in the story, which I know you've seen it, but it's not. Elise doesn't approach them. Ravalina actually approaches Elise and gives her knowledge about, these people, the Shnees. She tells Elise, hey, these people, there are some people that don't like us, so, stick with us, and we've got your back, basically.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a very interesting arc to watch. And as you were saying earlier, with how if you're part of a group of people who has not necessarily been oppressed, or even if you're in these groups that have been oppressed but you yourself have not been oppressed, it'll be you can watch Elise's journey and kind of see it as your own almost, and learning what some horrible things happen in the world.
And also, again, it's to show, hey, you're not less of a black person, a Mexican person, a person of color. Not even a person of color. If you're white, you don't. And sometimes you can be raised around people of color. You don't have to feel less than anyone. You don't have to feel less than who you are because you haven't experienced the same things as other people have. You're not less than anyone. And that's kind of Elise's thing. She's just a...
Yeah.
She's just...
And that's beautiful.
Hi, fam.
Wow.
I said
You have built deeply compelling characters.
I mean, you have too with Ravalina, which is a great segue into the... Wait, 1 second. Let me finish up. Let me finish up before I actually segue because I'm...
Alright, spoiler warning. The next character is made by me, yours truly, Dude 42.
Which is also good. Do not think of that as a reference to degradation. I don't know.
Degradation
it is a
good
funny
character. Word to say. Degradation. You know what else is a word that I learned is kind of funny today? Eccentricities. That's a fun word.
Eccentricity. That is a fun word. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Thanks, Walton.
There we go. Alright. So, is that all? I need to add a bit more armor pieces to show that she has a lot more.
Yeah, because she is a tank.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm just realizing that the kind of contrast, because she's gonna be very physically able to take things, but as someone who has never taken oppression before, I don't know if emotionally she'll be able to take things.
But that's why I also gave her Team FERL, which...
Yeah. Her support group.
Yeah, which will allow her to not only take it, but like to be able to be there for her and make her feel, oh, yeah, these basically, and especially with Florian too, because he's the character who's met. These two characters represent a lot of me. I'm sorry, it sounds self-centered, but Florian
That's
represents
not self-centered. That's beautiful.
Florian represents a part of me that was pushed to one extreme, which is was the part of me that was known the extreme prejudice of being an atheist, and then that is pushed to the extreme and feeling angry for it, whereas Elise is the part of me that hasn't experienced it and feels like she's less, and again less, and she feels like she isn't like them because she feels isolated because she hasn't experienced it, whereas Florian has been pushed to a point where he's isolating himself because he hates them or something. I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm very sorry.
Yeah. I think that they're both going to be very. They both have plenty of room to learn and to grow, and a very, I don't want to say a clear path to grow, a clear path as to what they're going to learn and what they need to grow to be. But I want to say that it's going to be a very fulfilling, it's going to be a very fulfilling growth and a very fulfilling path and a journey. I almost want to say it's a quest. A quest it's a journey. It's a journey. But you'll learn about yourself. And I guess that's kind of the point, right?
That's kind of what like writing's about, really. It's finding yourself too in the way you express your experiences and your characters, right? That's writing. That's what writing is, which is truly beautiful. Dude, we're just exploring ourselves now too. This is amazing.
This is great. These are things that we hadn't thought about before.
Yeah, it's things that it's good to learn about yourself. This is and these are healthy ways of expression too, because healthy ways to express.
Well, this is a healthy way to express yourself. You know what that means? Everyone in the comments, you should make your own Ruby fan team.
Dude,
you should tell us all about it.
Wait, actually, I might need to just, well, I don't know, cause like one of my personal friends, she doesn't contribute to it, but I sent it to her so she could read it. I don't know. Should I wait? How do I make it anonymous?
How do you make what anonymous? Are you showing the Google Doc?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I can show the Google folder, but I don't know. Should I? Nah, I'm not gonna.
I mean, why would no?
Nah, I'm not gonna. Just link Imgur or something. You know what Imgur is? I hope.
What do you need Imgur for?
It's like for pictures, and you can link it so that we can see it. Wait, no, it could be a scam. Never mind. Dang it!
Tell us in the comments. Tell us in the comments about your fun Ruby teams.
Or you could also, and you can show it off at r/Eclipse Army on Reddit. Be sure to join.
Actually, you should do that.
You should join.
That would be really fun to look through.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. Like, the 2 people that watch this, I'm gonna love to see what you make 2 people that watch this. 3 people if you include my mother.
I mean, I do know that your mother is a very big Ruby fan.
Yeah, she actually did introduce her to it.
So yeah, I'm sure she'll make a fan team.
Should I give her gloves?
But everyone
by the way?
else who's watching who is not Sunny Darkness's mother should also make a fan team. Or
Should I-
not.
Should I give
Honestly,
Elisa
you should just-
gloves?
You should try writing.
Yeah,
It's
writing
good for
is-
the soul.
It's good for the soul. But should I give Elise gloves?
That would probably make sense.
Oh, I'm gonna have a hard time with Lazarus because I need to put his weapons into. Oh no.
Oh no.
Because he has multiple. Well, it's not that I'm gonna have a hard time. It's that I'm gonna have a hard time because there are no double-sided blades. But then again,
It'll be fine.
it's just a vague representation of their weapons and not an actual,
Mm-hmm. Just imagine that their weapons look like exactly as we described them, and then some. Like, they just look super awesome.
Oh yeah. Also, oh, I didn't explain how Florian's weapon changed from a short bow to a long bow. Basically, Ruby has this technology called mecha shifts. Like.
Mm-hmm. It lets your weapon kind of transform from one state to another. Like, it lets your scythe turn into a sniper rifle.
Yeah, or it lets your. There's this other character with a trident. It's called it has a beautiful name. It's called Tryhard, and it turns into a gun, and it is amazing. But also,
yeah, general rule of thumb in the Ruby universe, and specifically in the show, if a character has a weapon that looks mechanical in any way, it can probably turn into a gun.
the one thing I don't like is that it's now become just a generic like assault rifle or something, whereas before it could become any type of gun. Or it wasn't any type of gun. It was a specific gun. Never mind. Sorry, I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But like Ruby had a sniper rifle, Blake had a pistol, Weiss it looked like a revolver. It revolved. Her rapier revolved.
Yeah. She has a rapier that has a freaking revolver just attached. It doesn't even mecha shift, does it?
It doesn't mecha shift, but it
just shoots. It just has a revolver.
Yeah, because
slapped on the rapier. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then Yang, she has shotguns because she's
She
like
has
a runner.
shotgun gauntlets.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
but now it's just assault rifle, shoot, and they shoot at the same. They shoot like basically the same, which is just
that's fair.
it's just not, it's.
Which is why Team FERL only half the team members have guns.
And one of them changes into
One
all
of them
them.
makes up for two of them not having guns, though.
Dude, one of them makes up for all of if any of them, if none of them had guns, he just makes up for all of it because he has like. Oh, we'll get to him.
Doesn't he only have 3?
No, he has. So he has a. They're all his ones are all based off of Greek names, so
Oh no, he has 4. You're right.
Did he has?
Anyways, we'll get to that.
I was thinking of giving him another weapon, but I don't know if I can. I don't know.
Give him another one.
I don't know what the name would be and what it would look like or act like.
Are you done with Elise, by the way?
Almost. Let me just.
Almost.
That's a perfect color.
Are you satisfied with her design?
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to be showing you the design so I can explain it both to you and the audience. Or just going to be showing you the. There we go. Oh god, it looks weird like that. Like it goes under her arm. What is that? Anyway. So next up, Ravalina Prescata. This is Retro's.
Oh, okay.
This is Retro's
the character that I made.
So take it away, my mans.
Alright, I'm pulling up all the docs. I have all of them sorted.
Should I make
Alright.
just the main cast for now, or do you want me to make like all of them?
Alright, guys, are you ready for the 3-hour video?
It's already an hour long. We can make it 3 hours.
We probably could, even though we only have like 5 characters.
6, including Ravalina's girlfriend. If you want,
but we're not.
if
Anyways.
you want me to design it, but
Oh
you
yeah,
want?
I forgot about that. Yeah, we can probably do that.
We could.
All right.
If you want, I'm just going to preface this with if you want.
I mean, we can maybe go for it.
But
or we could just do FERL, and
yeah,
then we can
make
extra
another
characters in a different video. Make sure to like the video for part 2 and subscribe to be notified when it comes out.
Oh, I mean, we're gonna make it anyway, but
No, Sonny, it's not gonna be made. It's not gonna come out when you think it is.
It's gonna come out in
Unless
3
it
years.
is.
It's gonna come out in 3 years. Something.
Okay, well that's because we'll spend 3 whole years straight making a video about how everything in Ruby is a Kanye reference.
Oh my god, it's all a Kanye reference. How deep does it go? How deep does it go? Oh my god. Remnant has a west. Remnant has the 4 cardinal directions. One of them is west. Oh my god. Oh god.
I knew you were gonna say that
God.
because it's true. It's all a conspiracy. Alright, time to talk about the character I made. Alright, guys, I don't know if I sound happy or just positively anxious, but this, we are talking about Ravalina Priscata, the 3rd member of Team FERL, the big ol' R in FERL. Ravalina Priscata. She's a raccoon faunus, because raccoons are cool, and she has little raccoon ears, and she has the little face mask, the little burglar mask that raccoons have on their face. And as you might think from me saying burglar mask or whatever, she's a little bit of a crime girl. Gosh, that's a Wildersick reference. Crime boy.
She is a lot. What do
yeah,
you mean? She's a lot of a crime girl. All right.
She is a lot of a crime girl. She's a lot of a crime girl boss, is what she is.
Oh,
I hate that I just said that on YouTube.com.
She's a girl boss. Don't worry.
Yeah. Anyways, she's kind of like a spy, but like, how would you describe her?
She's like one of those I don't know. She's basically
She's like Catwoman, but if instead of cat it was a raccoon.
And instead of a cat, she's a raccoon, and also Wonder Woman too, because she has a whip.
Oh, it took me a second, but we'll get on to why she's actually also Wonder Woman in a minute. She's a reference to like 90% of female characters, I swear.
And a reference to...
I wrote a generic character. I'm sorry, guys. You can cancel me on Twitter now.
And a reference to all the kinks in the world, too. Not to mention that.
Moving on. Let's go with aura color. So her aura color is rouge, which is... It's a type of red, I think. It's very... if you hear rouge, you're probably going to think of makeup. But, like... I swear that... See, now I'm just backing up the whole I wrote a generic girl thing. Oh no. Guys, okay. I swear I didn't mean to do this.
Okay. I'm going to cut Retro some slack.
Anyway.
Because Retro forgot about the color rule, so I gave Raveline the color. So you can blame me for that part. Also, the reason I did it is because of Rouge the Back.
To be fair, she was already red anyways, which does start with an R.
And I know that
we're not getting into the Rouge the Bat from Sonic the Hedgehog.
I know, but I just wanted to say that it's because I know he's a fan of Sonic, and I was like, oh, it could be a fun reference for him too. So Anyway, moving on.
By the way, the Sonic 2 is a banging movie. It's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
That's not what it is. Anyways, I know I could have just made her color red, which, like, she already had red in her base design anyways, but we added some rouge. It's fun. She, of course, she's a scout. She's, in D&D terms, she's a rogue, because she's all sneaky like. Where Florian was the assassin subclass of rogue, Ravalina would be more like the thief subclass. Gosh. In building onto this thief thing, is her semblance called Crim's Camo, because I just love alliterations so darn much. So it's called Crim's Camo, and it grants her some form of invisibility, at least a little bit. Point is, she's just super stealthy, which is also good, not just for sneaking around, but also just for fighting, especially one-on-one fighting. If you don't know where someone is, it's very hard to hit them. And she building onto that whole being good at one-on-one, she is very, I think that's where she shines, especially with her main weapon, Greed's Grasp, which is an electric whip. It actually has a 10-foot range, which I'm pretty sure is how far a D&D whip goes. I know too much D&D off the top of my head.
We can check it if you want. I mean, it's already an hour long.
It has reach. Whips have reach, which gives them an extra 5 feet. Anyways, yeah, it runs, okay, wait, how does it work? Okay. So its handle has a dust chamber, which is where she loads in electric dust, which extends the whole actual whip part. And I'm trying to think what it reminds me of. What does the electric whip remind you of?
I always need to put color after rouge. God, I hate what I just saw. Sorry. What was that? I was trying to I was trying to look up rouge for the reference, and then I just saw fucking porn. God damn it.
And then you saw Rouge the Bat.
I saw
who's the hottest character from Sonic the Hedgehog.
God damn it. I traumatized myself.
It's a good video. Hot chick heaven.
Rouge is a bit more dull. Not.
Yeah, it is. Rouge is a bit of a boring color, if I'm being honest.
No, I mean, like, actually, it's dull. It's more dull and less vibrant.
No, I got that. But then I was like, it is. Because it is, like, actually dull, it is a little bit boring.
No, it's
it's alright. Anyway, she has a cool electric whip. I like it. She can use it to do classic whip lashes. You know, wacha wacha. The funny, you do the funny Johnny Test whip crack sound effect. The whoosh, the wachow.
Wachow.
I forget exactly how to make the sound. And then her secondary, more close range weapons are her bladed bracelets called Buyer's Beware, because of course, alliteration, as always. So imagine a like, what would I think? Almost like I don't want to say shackle, but I just like a wristband, right? And you just slap like basically a knife onto it, pointing out towards your fingers. It's like that. So imagine she just punches people, but there's also a blade getting stabbed into them. That's how it works. Now the thing about about Buyer's Beware, aside from their 7-inch range on their blades, they do also actually mecha shift to reveal pistols, which can shoot much farther away, of course. But through her pistol guns, that's what they're called now, she can shoot fire dust. So, you know, shoot fire at people. That's cool. So, in general, she uses both her semblance and her natural dexterity and stealthiness to just kind of sneak around, and well, not even just sneak around, but like move around quickly to slash you with her whip, grapple with her whip, and of course get her stabs in with her bracelet, with of course far range using her pistols. I mean, farther away being more than 10 feet, because yikes, that whip is long. Gosh.
Also, it could probably... One thing is it could probably be... Not only that, since it's electric, it can probably shoot out electricity for a bit. So, you know.
I don't know about that one.
Like, just static?
Not like obscenely far, but yeah.
Like static electricity, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you can kind of shock someone, too.
I also imagine that might be able to work, teamwork-wise with Elise.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine, like, her pinpoint, ability can make it so that she can kind of make, like, almost a magnet because of opposite forces, or opposite charges attracting, right?
Yeah, opposite forces attract.
So couldn't she kind of, like, make a magnet to pull Ravalina in?
She can, technically.
Gosh,
like,
why am I theory crafting about our teamwork?
Yeah, no, dude, this is
We're
good.
telling you about Ravalina's backstory.
Wait, where's the design for Raveline? I can't find it.
Where's the design? I don't know.
Where's the old design? I mean, what? We're totally just making these off of scratch. It's not like I deleted them for content or anything. Nope. Anyway.
Nope. Yeah, I don't.
I should probably make
I totally don't have a design, an old design ready for me to send if you can't find it off the top of your thing that you definitely don't have anything on.
Thank you, but you know, since it doesn't exist, I don't need it. Anyway, I should probably make FERL's eyes different from their hair color and aura color because, you know, that's kind of how it works. Also, I just realized this looking back at how you had Raveline designs. How she had brown eyes instead of like. So anyway.
In her old ones, because wait, did that happen? Because I didn't know how to change eye color. I mean, I never designed Raveline ever.
No, I mean like when I described them to you like a year ago when you were going to use her for a Ruby role playing.
Did
server.
she?
Yeah, you asked me.
Did she have brown eyes?
She had brown eyes, apparently. I just looked at it. It was like... I said brown eyes, and I was like, what? Brown eyes? I'm not gonna make Elise's eyes more eel colors, though. It's just dumb.
When the moon meets your eye,
like a
big pizza pie.
That's amore. That's just gonna be her theme song. I
should get back into the actual talking about the character.
There we go.
Dude, gosh, I don't want to just
read wait, I can't give her silver eyes, can I? Damn it.
No, you can't give anyone silver eyes. No, screw it. Everyone has silver eyes now.
Everyone just has silver eyes.
Should I explain the joke?
Basically, or yeah, you know, you explain it, because you explain it. This gives me more time to decide.
Okay. Exactly. So in the Ruby universe, characters with silver eyes actually have this are actually super duper rare, and they have this super powerful ability where they can just kill Grimm just free. Not actually free, because they have to be in emotional peril and also physical peril. So it's like a last-ditch thing where you can just nuke every Grimm. So she can just kill every monster.
Yeah.
She being Ruby, the main character Ruby, has silver eyes. So she can just nuke everything. She's only done it twice.
She's done it, like, a few times now.
I've only seen her do it twice.
Does this look good? Do the eyebrows look good? I don't know. I made them too thick.
I didn't really get a good look. I'm gonna be real.
Sorry. I don't know if I made. Wait. I don't know if I made them too thick, or if I gave her the ones that are too thick.
Did. I mean, it's your design.
I mean, it's your character. Oh, wait, this one's better.
But it's your design.
I have a thing for 23. Oh wait, Elise doesn't have 23. Never mind, I'm a liar. Never mind, I'm a truther.
You have a thing for 23?
Not in that way.
Bro, it's just a number.
I'm not
Calm
a
down,
pervert, I swear.
Oh gosh.
You know,
Anyways, should I get into backstory? So basically, Ravalina Priskapa was raised by a very rich human mother, and by her raccoon faunus father, and so, oh gosh, so basically, her father had a bunch of faunus friends, because of course he was a faunus who just somehow managed to marry this rich woman because he's so charming and cool. But his old faunus friends needed some financial help because they're very poor and couldn't find any jobs because of racial discrimination and such. So he did what some might call an illegal act. Who knows? He may or may not have robbed a bank for his buddies, so that they can, afford to eat and live. Which, problem with the system there. Anyways, so because he, committed is that a felony, or is it just, I don't know what a felony and a crime, what the difference is there. Point is, he did a no-no, and so as to save his dignity and not go to jail, he ran away. And that was very monotone, oh gosh. But the point is that when she was, I want to say 10? Yes. When she was 10, her father ran away. Now, the thing is that she didn't blame her father because he was just doing what it took to help the oppressed faunus people. And so who she did end up blaming was her mother, because her mother, of course, was heartbroken at the loss of her husband. Well, no, I say loss, but I mean after he ran away. She was deeply saddened, and the sight of Ravalina began to give her mother just such grief, such sorrow. She tried to, her mother tried to kind of cover up who she was. Her raccoon ears and her face and her burglar mask reminded her mother of every single time of her father, and out of grief, her mother left her on the streets at the age of 12. So imagine this 12-year-old young girl who, by the way, had lived in, this glamorous life, now being left on the streets, all because of the oppression that faunuses had felt and all the discrimination. So yeah, she is, let's just say she is not necessarily happy with her mother or with humans in general, because they had set up a system that had made her lose her father, and now her comfort and her lavish life
So,
Oh,
what was your
gosh.
inspiration for Ravalina, like, in making her?
Oh
And
gosh.
her story?
Are we talking like story wise or like design wise?
Both, really.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start off with design. She was, um, actually, I don't know if I can say design anymore because you're designing her.
I mean, you had a say in you had a say in the design.
I had to
Like
say,
when we made
yeah.
it, dude.
Um,
We made this like 3 years ago.
we did. So yeah, fun fact: these characters were made 3 years ago or so, which is pretty crazy. That Sunny and I have been friends that long.
I mean, we're just amazing with each other. We just bounce off
Yeah.
of each other so well.
We do actually. It's actually crazy.
It is though, right?
Yeah, but Raveline's design, so her, of course, she has raccoon stuff. That, of course, is just because I like raccoons. They're cute. They're cool.
Did you know they're called
I had
wash
to go
bears
with
in like?
specific.
Did you know they're called wash bears in Dutch?
That's
Washing bear?
amazing.
I know, right? So cute. Anyway, go on with it. Go on. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So of course I didn't know any like raccoon-based characters at the time, but when I was maybe making a design, not that I did ever make a design,
Not that you.
I was thinking specifically of Michiru from Brand New Animal, which I have not watched, but I have seen her, and she's pretty cool. I'm trying to think. There's another one. I mean, obviously, Snuffy, who's a very, very cool VTuber. She's a raccoon. I'm trying to think. I think there was one other character, but I don't remember off the top of my head. There might not have been another character, but who knows? Now, of course, gosh, I forgot to mention that her clothing, it's latex or whatever, because she's spy. I said she's like Catwoman.
We can change it to just being like normal clothes, cause
Nah, I like the design. I'm just like,
fair.
everyone's going to make fun of me for it. Not that I actually care. Especially since the main person who makes fun of me for it is you.
I mean, I don't make fun of it.
In a joking way.
I just say that it's a kink. Oh God, I looked up latex. I'm so fucking stupid.
Anyways, so I was thinking very much Zero Suit Samus from specifically in like Smash Bros. Because I haven't played Zero Mission. I don't know.
By the way, I have no idea how to make this look like latex, and I can't really do anything about making it look
It's not
latexy.
easy. It is not easy. You can probably change it.
I mean, if you want to keep it like latex,
No, that was just my initial design. You can do whatever you want.
or dude, if you want to keep it, I was thinking maybe make it a bit baggy for the pants.
Not actually seriously care.
I was thinking making it baggy for the pants so that it looks like she's more, the movability. Yeah, that's mobility. I'm so fucking stupid.
Mobility. I wouldn't have thought of that word. Mobility. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay. Her hair, I always thought of long red hair, specifically like bright red because I'm a freaking uncreative dork. But specifically, speaking of being a dork, the actual design that I always had in my head was Shiny Chariot from Little Witch Academia, which is an absolute bangering anime. Absolute bangers. Good anime. I think it's like one of. I haven't. I always say that I don't watch anime, but I've watched a few. Getting off the point. Okay, story-wise, what was her inspiration? Really? Nothing.
Fair.
I don't really have anything, gonna be honest. I just kind of went, you know what? What if, her dad was a raccoon, but, like, he stole stuff, and then her life was ruined because of it. That would be funny. Not funny.
No, it's a
That
bit
would
of
be
trolling.
interesting, I meant.
Don't worry, it's just a bit of trolling. Don't worry about it.
It's not trolling. It wasn't funny. Anyways.
I mean, my birds agree with me. They're saying funny during my
They are
recording
actually
session.
saying that, and it's honestly a little bit offensive.
But anyway, so
But yeah, no, I just kind of made up her backstory. I just kind of wrote it like in one. I wrote it in an hour.
it's a pretty good backstory. Like, it's compelling, and I'm excited to see like how, one, she deals with that, and two, how she deals with the societal struggle that comes with being a faunus. Dude, she is so society.
I actually have no idea how long it took me to write this. Because it doesn't tell me. But I did write this almost 2 years ago.
Time flies, man. It is
What the heck?
so scary how time flies.
Almost. Why?
Alright, so it's mainly just black and... Okay, yeah, well, the colors aren't really there. It's just mainly, like, black and rouge. But, you know, I think it works out. I'll show you after again, because I want one to explain it to both you and the audience, and, you know, just, like, the things... You know. I'm smart and intellectual in the way I explain how things work.
Also, apparently, I wrote this in good grammar the first time. Because I have not in the almost 3 years since writing this changed the grammar, even slightly.
Nice.
I misspelled a word initially, and it took me almost a year to fix it.
Sorry.
And it wasn't indented for the longest time. Because I wrote it on my phone on a car trip. It was very funny.
What do whips
that
look
I
like?
did that.
God, I'm going to look up whip, and if I...
Gosh.
I need to stop just looking up. I need to stop looking up shit and look up
Just
specific terms.
anytime you look up any part of this character.
Anytime any aspect of this character is looked up.
I swear I just wanted to write a fun character.
I know you did. It's not your fault. It's the internet's fault. It's society's fault for this.
Yeah, I just thought it was... Also, I just realized that the energy whip, the electric whip that I was talking about earlier, is Zero Suit Samus's. It's always on the tip of my... It's always in the back of my brain that the energy whip is just Zero Suit Samus's.
Wait, Retro, does Ravalina have it on both? The knife on both hands?
Yes.
Alright, I'm just going to put it on her right, if that's okay, for now. Only show it off
Yes,
on the right.
That's
so that
100% fine.
Because it interferes with the way that you can see with our view of greed's grasp.
It interferes with our perception of
With the way
color.
we look at it. Yeah.
Would not color as we perceive it, but color as in the Pokedex.
If you don't get that reference, that's a reference to one of our other videos, which you should also watch later, after this one.
Such a good reference. Or it's such a good video. I mean,
It is a very good video.
I know every line of that video by heart.
You do?
Every line of that 50-minute video.
That is actually insane.
That is actually false.
Well, it's still cool.
I know all the... I remember all the funny moments. Like when I say that I hit those bad chances and I'll do it again, and then I immediately miss the stone. It's
I know that one.
funniest. I think that's it's either the funniest or the second funniest thing in that video.
It's up there in the funniest moments. That's gonna be in our compilation, in when we become famous.
In the pee pee poo poo compilation.
When we become famous, Retro, that's gonna be in the compilation.
My favorite thing is when we're not even talking about Ruby anymore. Gosh. Notice that talking about Ravalina took the least amount of time out of all of the characters thus far.
I mean that. Oh God, it's gonna be an ad again. All right, talk about how. Well, let's talk about like. Is there any other inspirations for her? Like
No.
Oh.
No, there actually straight up isn't. What I can tell you is that if she was a Pokemon, she would be a Thievul.
Wait, why not Zigzagoon?
Hmm?
Why not Zigzagoon?
Why not Zigzagoon? Why would you choose Zigzagoon over Thievul?
Because it's a raccoon.
Oh. I forgot what a raccoon is. Also, you're wrong.
Well,
Zigzagoon is a
technically
Tanuki.
Listen, alright, in America it's a raccoon, and really...
No, a Tanuki is a different animal.
In America it's a raccoon, alright? Like, it's literally described in English as a raccoon, so, you know, we don't follow the Japanese rules. When have we done that?
When have we ever done that?
Last time I followed the Japanese rules, I followed them, alright? And god damn it, I'll do it again. Alright, yeah, wait. So her weapons, they're... Really, this whip is not what it's supposed to look like at all. It's just that this game won't let me do anything with... Won't let me make the whip the way it's
There's
supposed
only
to look.
one whip in the entire game.
Which is fair, because people... I guess Looney doesn't want people making sexual content with his game.
What the heck, bro?
Which, yeah, no, I understand that.
How am I
because...
supposed to make my... Okay, never mind. I'm not going to speak anymore.
No, say it.
The point is,
say it.
her whip is really cool. You can use it, for beating people up, for grabbing them, and then if she grabs you, she can then like kick you and stuff. Or
She can
just toss
shock you?
I don't know. I don't know how strong she is. I don't know how light you are. She may or may not be coming to your exact location. You wouldn't know it. She has camouflage.
Exactly. You don't know it. She's behind you right now.
Oh my gosh, that's a TF2 reference.
That's me when I gentleman, and I say no, that would be your mother, and then I show you pictures of me doing your mom.
No. Would I be president of his fan club? No, that would be your mother.
What? And then he just looks weird and confused.
And then Scout pulls out a knife.
And then he pulls out a knife. That's
Not at that moment, but he does do that.
That's a Florian reference right there.
That's a Florian reference, bro. Did you know that Scout is actually a Ravalina reference because he has a pistol?
Holy shit.
We are really running dry on content here.
Oh no, don't worry. I think it's just because we're both a bit tired, but we both want to finish this.
I think it might be that, but I think it might also be that I designed a boring character.
Oh no, dude, your character's fun.
But my character doesn't have... Alright, we're gonna stop
Dude,
with this because I realize that I'm being bad for content.
Dude, you don't have to like set yourself up to the standard of my character. My character is because of my personal feelings of my personal perception of things and the world around me, and it doesn't all. Your characters don't have to represent that specifically. It can be, oh, my character is this because I thought of this. We don't. The thing that makes FERL is that they're not all me. It's the three of us. Well, Storm Spartan isn't here, but he's one of the people that helped make FERL. And yeah, but the thing about it is we're all different and we'll all see the world in different ways. So it's what makes us us. And that's really the beauty of it. You know what I mean?
It's a taste. It's a taste of everyone's lives. Except it's just little cherry pie, you know, and everyone gets their slice.
It's like a box of chocolates, mama.
Your life is like a box of chocolate. FERL is like a box of chocolates. Sometimes you get a truffle, and sometimes you get a Ravalina.
Sometimes you get a truffle, sometimes you get a Hershey's bar, but both of them are equally loved.
I like the obvious implication in that.
I don't know what I was implying.
You were implying that a Hershey bar is way less than a truffle, which is probably 100% true.
I mean, yeah, I just don't like Hershey bars.
That's honestly fair. What's the best chocolate bar?
Best?
Mm-hmm.
I might need to think about that one.
It's Twix.
Well, right Twix or left Twix?
My favorite might actually be...
Well, Retro, you didn't answer that. Right Twix or left Twix?
Bro. It's starting to sound like right wing politics.
I am part of the right wing. How did you know?
Yeah, by what you've been saying about how racism is bad, you can tell that you're.
Look, dude. Yeah, no, I'm totally against the radical lefts. The laws and taxes passed by the radical left. How can you be against
the radical lefts? They're literally radical, bro.
Because I'm part of the tubular right. Shut up.
200
years of politics just for that joke.
It's honestly amazing. Only 200 years of politics, though.
Only 200. Only like 200 plus.
No, the rest of politics doesn't matter.
It's like it's only been, dude. America's like 250 years old at this point, isn't it?
America is not the oldest form of politics.
I know, but like I'm just saying it's like 200 years old. Wow.
It's pretty darned old.
It's legal. I'm legally allowed to have sex with it.
And we still haven't changed.
That's amazing, don't you think? Oh, there it is.
Wow, we're still all buttholes. Isn't that crazy?
That's the amazing part. How we can still be assholes to each other.
Not actually. But anyway, America has some good things.
America does have...
we have education.
Well, I mean, the don't say gay laws, though.
Mm-hmm.
And like a
That
bunch
is
of
definitely a minus from the final score.
yeah, it's really sad, huh?
Wow, it's almost like this country was made to oppress rights,
Yeah.
such as the rights of faunus. You know.
Oh my God!
We're
It's
still talking about Ruby. I swear.
it was a reference to Ruby all along, which in and of itself is a reference to Kanye. It circles back around.
Wait, all American politics is actually a reference to Kanye?
Always has been.
200 plus years of American politics just for it to be a Kanye reference.
God. How deep does it go, Retro? How deep does it go?
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it's Kanye. I can't. It's not I can't believe it's butter. I can't believe it's Kanye. Oh no, oh God, oh no.
I can't believe it's Kanye.
Dear God. Oh no. Oh wait, I can put animations on this too. It's all Kanye.
It's all Kanye.
Mother of evolution. Get it? Because I'm an atheist? the pause.
Mother of evolution.
Mother of evolution. Alright, you want to talk about Lazarus Green?
Do I ever want to talk about this character that I definitely know about?
Don't worry.
I'm sorry.
Lazarus is the one we've talked about least because his creator, Storm, barely talks about FERL anymore. It's been a few years, man.
It's just because Storm isn't here. And so we didn't kind of want to spread misinformation about the character. So, what we do know about Lazarus Green, in fact, is that he is actually a monitor lizard faunus. So, what part of a monitor lizard does he get?
He has the tail.
Of course, the iconic tail. So you can tell he's a lizard. He's got the fun tail. Now, what do lizards do when they lose their tail? That's right, my kindergarten children. They grow it back.
Actually, he doesn't regrow his tail. Or monitor lizards don't lose their tails. They don't lose their tails, monitor lizards.
Some lizards do.
Okay, yeah, that's true, but monitor lizards specifically don't, but you know.
Yeah, I just said lizards.
Alright,
what do some lizards do when they lose their tail, children?
They grow it back.
Right. They grow them back.
Oh my God.
And so, when Lazarus gets harmed, he can use his semblance, hyper regeneration, to heal himself real quick. So if he gets a cut, a bruise, a severed limb, perhaps, he can grow back very quickly.
Exactly.
What's the limit on hyper regeneration?
I mean, if he dies, he can't come back from that.
So just imagine Wolverine.
So yeah, just imagine Wolverine, except he can die without you destroying all of his cells. Like, if you stab him in the heart, he's dead. If you stab him in the brain, he's dead.
Is that how... I forget.
That's not how Wolverine...
How Deadpool works?
No, Deadpool and Wolverine, you have to destroy all the cells, even the blood, because they can come back from even that.
Huh. This shows that I'm not very well versed in Marvel lore.
Don't worry.
Anyways, what I am very well versed in is FERL lore. And if you are versed in FERL lore, you'd know that Lazarus Green has an aura color that is, you guessed it, green. Lincoln green, to be specific. And so he's more of a a support role, in that he's not on the main offensive. He is most of the time trying to help out, and he does that, of course. It's very easy to support when you can just heal very quickly, but
Well, I mean,
he can't help
technically
out
heal other people though.
from afar very well with his large arsenal of guns. Named
Oh fuck! He has
Chimera.
guns.
Yeah, he has guns. And they're called Chimera. That's pretty epic.
It's badass.
Yeah,
And I came up with the name.
you did. It's pretty nice.
Thank you.
So how does Chimera work? Does it mecha shift?
Wait. Are you asking like that? Okay, class. How
Or
does
is
it
just
work?
a bunch of guns?
Oh, basically it's not mecha shift. It's like, have you watched the Suicide Squad? Not Suicide Squad, but the one with...
Oh, the sequel one.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I haven't watched either of them.
I haven't either. But basically, there's this guy named Bloodsport. He's not Deadshot, but he's basically Deadshot, and he has guns, and he the way he does it is he adds on attachments. That's basically Lazarus, but a lot slower. Also,
So
quick thing.
Lazarus. So Chimera is like a gun base that you can customize into a bunch of different gun types.
Basically, yeah. But
That's
at
awesome.
in its base form, it's a pistol. But also...
Yes. So in its base form, it's a pistol, but it can also be customized into an assault rifle, a shotgun, or a sniper rifle, which is pretty cool. So of course he has many support options through those different types of guns, so that he can help out from afar. He's also, of course, the weapons specialist, so of course he gets all these cool weapons.
He has a bunch of weapons.
Yeah, such as his double-bladed staff Asclepius, which actually can use dust. It can use hard light dust and gravity dust in one of 3 dust chambers, one in the center and one at each end of the staff, which are inside snake heads, which of course is a reference to Asclepius, which is Hermes' staff?
Asclepius is in of itself a god.
Oh, it's a dog. What?
Yeah, he's the god. He's the god of medicine and the snake and the heads. He's the one with the snake and the heads. I know, right? Wait, because I looked at...
I thought the cool staff with the snakes was owned by Hermes.
No, that's the god. Because I looked it up when I was trying
The
to...
snakes themselves are a god?
No, it's a god, and he has a staff with a snake around it, and that's why it's him. Apparently.
Gunshot?
Yeah, it's pretty weird though.
Bro, Lazarus is real?
Dude,
And he's at your location?
dude. Oh my god, it was a Lazarus reference all along.
Which means it was a Kanye reference.
Oh my god, it's... Wait, and Lazarus...
Kanye West is outside of your house.
Holy fuck, Lazarus was in the Bible.
Kanye was in the Bible.
Oh my god, it loops back to God. Oh my god.
When you say my god, I think you mean my Kanye.
Oh my Kanye, no. It's all looped back around.
Guys, I don't know if this is a FERL video anymore. But I think it still is. So, looping
It
back.
still is because
To
retro, listen, if it everything's been looping back, meaning that if it loops back, it's a Kanye reference, which means it's a FERL video because it has so many loops.
Yes, you're right. We went from FERL to Kanye to FERL again. But back to FERL. Asclepius with its cool snake heads and 3 dust chambers, can use hard light dust to form a wide surface that can shield, serve as a glider, or be used as a platform to launch teammates. So hard light is like light that's so compressed that it's hard, like a force field, but not like aura force field, like dust force field. It's wacky, bro. But it can also use gravity dust to push harder when you hit people and stuff. Is that how that works? I forget.
Gravity dust, it just whenever it's used, it makes it expels outward force. It expels great outward
So you
force.
can just hit people harder with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
Makes sense.
like, his teammates can jump off of it for aerial attacks.
Which is, yeah, some very nice teamwork, some good support. But he can also do some close range power with his clawed gauntlets. So, oh god, it can use a bunch of different dusts, such as fire dust, ice dust, electric dust, hard light dust, and gravity dust. Oh, and the clawed gauntlets are called verdant cares or cures.
Cures. It's like a Greek monster with claws.
Oh, that's cool. So verdant cures have 2 dust chambers on each gauntlet, one on the back of the hand and another on his forearm. The one on the back of his hand leads to his claws so that he can slash with his fire dust or electric dust or whatever. And then the ones on his forearm actually lead to his palms, which can actually shoot out. How does that work?
So basically, his palms, like when he does a palm strike, like the dust will shoot, or you know how Yang, when she does the punches, it's basically like that, except it's more just elemental and not like shells.
That's cool. So it's like Lucario using Aura Palm or Force Palm.
Yeah, in Smash.
Specifically in Smash Bros.
Like, yeah, it's Lucario using, yeah, and then he puts gravity dust and sends them flying.
Yeah, you can just use gravity dust and just send people flying, or you can use fire dust. Can you use all types of dust, or just like?
You can use any type of dust, dude. Like,
yeah, so you can just send out fire dust or electric dust, and that actually gets some good distance with a range of 5 feet. So and that can actually provide a lot of specifically utility, given all the dust compatibility. So as you can see, there's a reason why they call Lazarus the weapons expert, because he just has such a wide array of weapons and dust compatibilities that he can provide great utility to his team, while also keeping himself healthy with his semblance, which is great. Oh gosh, this is unprofessional. Yeah, if you had to put him into a D&D class, he'd be an artificer because of his whole technology and weapons focus, a cleric for his healing, and a warlock for some special things in his backstory. I'm not hugely educated on his backstory. Are we gonna talk about it, or rather, would you talk about it, or?
Right. I mean, I'll reveal it in the story, but
yeah. Okay, so we're not gonna talk
it's a
about
pretty
it
big
because
plot
it's really
point.
cool.
It's a really big plot point which you know.
So, yeah, just know that it might have something to do with the warlocks. That's actually incredibly misleading, which is great.
It has some thematic semblance with a warlock story. So you know it works out. Warlock.
Because he lacks war.
all warlocks lack war, and that's why they're called that. Yes.
True.
True. Let's go.
So, you've designed everyone else so far, and you're at least pretty. You know what this design is like. So, which character has been the hardest to design?
Really, Lazarus, because I'm trying to get his. One, I'm trying to get his lab coat, but two, I need to get both his lab coat and his color, because his lab coat's white. Tradition, like lab coats are supposed to look white. So he has a white lab coat, but I need to get his color in there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm trying to make it match I'm trying to make his skin match the tone of Storm's, because like because I like, you know, Storm kind of based it off of himself. You know, it would be a disservice if I didn't like make it look.
It would be a disservice.
If we didn't make it resemble him, you know, that's just a disservice. Pardon?
Disservice, which is why Ravalina actually looks exactly like me. So I've just been exposed.
I mean, I exposed what you.
I think Sunny has finally completed the cycle of doxing me.
No, I've exposed what you looked like. Remember that picture I showed of you? In the. 1 second, let me.
Was it in the doxing video?
I think it was like that.
You actually did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. I got a picture of you. You're actually Pew Mew in a top hat with the words fancy.
Gosh darn it! I can't believe that you're just doxing me every day at this point.
It's every day, bro, with that doxing channel flow.
Yeah, bro. You run a whole channel on nothing but doxing people.
My whole channel is like this. You should subscribe so I can dox you too.
You should subscribe so that he doesn't dox you.
I'm gonna dox you if you don't subscribe right now. Do it. I'm typing your thing.
No, your IP address is on screen right now.
Dude, don't look at.
He sent it to me. Like Sunny sent it to me before, just in case.
Just don't look at the screen, but
your IP address.
trust.
If you watching right now, it's your IP address.
Yeah, it is your IP address. Don't look at the screen. Just trust that it's on there, and subscribe, or I'll leak it to the world.
It's true.
This.
If you subscribe right now, he will actually edit that out.
And then I'll re-release the video without your IP address. But do it now. Do it. You got to do it.
Before the whole world sees.
Before the whole world sees. Come on, do it. Don't be a pussy. Do it.
I just want to point out that we probably shouldn't threaten people. So let it be known that if you get doxxed, nothing bad will come of it.
Don't worry. Nothing bad comes out of doxing. It's fine.
Nothing bad comes out of doxing.
Which is why we should dox stream. What?
We already did.
I mean, it didn't work. I'm kidding. No.
It actually, yeah, no. It's honestly hilarious how nothing bad actually came out of it. Yet.
I mean, he's gonna get himself into trouble eventually. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm not wishing for it to happen, but I know it's gonna happen because he's a piece of shit.
That makes sense.
Anyway.
So which character has the coolest semblance, do you think?
I mean, coolest used in battle or just coolest in general?
Give me your thoughts.
That's an ugly tale. But in general, I think that I like Ravalina's one because it helps with how like she's characterized, you know? Like with how her character is. Wait, let me see how this looks. Oh, that looks ugly. Alright, but with how her character, you know.
Yeah.
I like to personal headcanon is that Ravalina not only did she feel bad, she blamed her mother for rejecting her and throwing her out, but also she felt invisible to her mother because she was thrown out for looking like her father and not. So, if
And
she feels like
yeah, she got thrown out for what she was and not who she was.
Not only does she looks like. So she feels. A personal headcanon is that she feels invisible, and she feels like.
That's a Beetlejuice reference.
Oh my god.
You haven't seen Beetlejuice, have you?
I haven't seen the musical, no.
No. I haven't seen... Okay, technically I haven't seen the musical, but I've listened to it a lot.
That's fair.
That's fair. I'm not gonna blame you for not listening to it, because I honestly don't care.
Thank you. I just haven't had the time to. I want to watch it. I really do.
You should watch Heathers. And also...
You know what, Retro? I'm gonna say this right now. You chucked me out like I was trash, and for that, you know what I think of you?
No, don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it. It's too mean.
It is a little bit mean.
Yeah, but then again, it is to show how JD, or what's his name? JD? I forgot his name.
Yeah.
But it shows how he has like. How he has become more insane and more angry and spiteful, you know?
Mm-hmm. So the first time that you actually like... the first time that you really get to know him is in his own personal... Spoilers for Heathers, by the way, I guess. But, I mean, Sonny, do you care if I spoil it or whatever?
Nah, my audience doesn't. What my audience gets spoiled for them doesn't. I don't care because you know what they should just suck it up at this point. All right, audience, you know what?
Yeah, but the point is, so he sings a song called "Freeze Your Brain," where it's about getting rid of all of your pain by numbing yourself, by singing or by drinking slushies at 7-Eleven.
Huh, that's...
So he moves around a lot, and the only consistent the only constant in his life is 7-Eleven. That's the actual plot of the song.
It's pretty sad though, like not knowing familiarity.
Yeah, also his mom is dead.
Oh fuck.
And it may or may not have been his dad's fault. Kind of. I mean, his mom kind of committed suicide, I think.
Was it caused by the father?
She was in a building that he blew up.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit.
She knew it was going to blow up. That's how it's suicide.
This is pretty hardcore.
Sure that's what happened. I watched the musical a bit ago. I don't remember incredibly well. But yeah, gosh. That musical was surprising.
It sounds surprising, yeah. Anyway, I think.
Anyways, we probably shouldn't. I think the coolest semblance is plant growth.
Because of how versatile it is. I mean, it's not.
It is also super. What's the word you just said?
Versatile.
Yes, it's super versatile.
I mean,
also just super strong.
I don't think it's like that powerful. It's powerful because it has a lot of tricks, but really it has a 10 limit or a 10 feet range, so you can only do it in a certain area.
Yeah.
And two, in actual combat, other than for grappling opponents, which isn't his style of combat, so he'll have a hard, because his style is rushdown, not. Is that... Yeah.
Yeah.
So, being a rushdown, By the way, I completely forgot to tell you, I just turned off the setting this recording so that whenever it turns off, it doesn't just stop recording, which I'm glad for. But anyway, so he's a rush down, so he has a hard time like he'll have a he can't really grapple. But
That makes sense.
But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna show you the design now.
Oh, are you done?
Yeah. Hey, did I tell you that Violent Thorn is mecha? I think I did. Anyway. So, wrong one. These are the designs. Florian Thorn.
Oh, that's cool.
And I will wait 1 second. Sorry, I forgot to add one thing. I'm stupid.
All good. All good.
Hi, fam. God, I love making metal just like silverish or something.
That makes sense. Yeah, it just feels right.
Yeah. Anyway, so I added. Alright, so this is his character. He has the ears of the Faunus as his Faunus trait. So he has.
So cool.
He has the wrist parts, which are to represent Bleeding Jack and Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
There's an he holds additional chains on him just in case one of them breaks. He has the he has a knife extension of. By the way, I'm showing this to audience. Oh, whoopsie. He has the knife head extension, and he has goldish eyes, which are like a bat's eyes. Also, it's just a good color. So.
I love his hair.
Yeah, it's really good, right? Anyway, it's dyed because plot, and then I actually like the design of this because it looks like it has leaves on his bow.
Oh, it does. Yeah, that's really nice.
It's really nice, right? So I added bits of armor on his shoulders because in case he ever needs to use Bleeding Jack and Bloody Mary, he doesn't. His arms are protected. His shoulders are protected. And also he has knee pads or what's it called, knee pads?
Yeah, just knee pads.
So that
Yeah, that's nice.
He has protective pads on his knees so that because he's the one with the mobility and agility. So when he's jumping around, if he lands wrong, if he lands on his knees, he doesn't get too hurt by it. And he has a quiver on his back.
He just looks so cool.
Thank you. And then on to Elise. She has more armor pieces, especially around her wrists, her shoulders, her legs. And then if you look closely, she has little gloves on her hands. I'm considering giving her like a headpiece. Like,
oh, that might be cool.
1 second. Tell me how this looks to you. Not that one. Sorry. Oh crap. I can't find it. I'm stupid.
Nah. All good.
Hi fam. Yeah, no, you know what? I'm gonna give her this. I don't know how it looks, but...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so she has...
Yeah, she's a proper knight.
She has a lot more armor. It slows her down, but... Well, it may slow her down on... Oh, I keep pressing the background button. It may slow her down on land because, But in water, she's more mobile. Because they're more streamlined. They're more hydrodynamic.
She's also just more naturally mobile.
Adept in the water. Yeah, she has a trident, which... This isn't exactly how it looks, but it's the closest I could get.
Yeah.
So she has all the pieces. Her eyes are kind of grayish to reflect like an electric eel's.
Yeah.
And she has little streaks to represent the waters of menagerie that she came from.
Ooh, very nice, very nice.
Yeah, and that's it for her. The colors are meant to make her armor pop a bit, so that you know.
Yeah, no, it works.
All right, Ravalina. She doesn't have as many colors, but
Oh,
where she does,
that's cool.
It does pop out for her. She has the rouge everywhere on her. A little bit of metallic pieces, and just like metallic colors to give some variation to it.
Mm-hmm.
And overall,
I like the addition of the handkerchief.
Thank you. Her pose gives it a more wild style, and then the handkerchief, it's a part of her father, because Wait, did her father have it? Should her father have had a handkerchief or no?
I mean, like, shouldn't have everyone.
Yeah, that's true, but
Especially if you live in a rich household. I mean, I don't see why not.
but especially as a thief, it's a part of what she remembers.
Mm-hmm.
She remembers her father being a thief that helped her family, or that helped her fellow faunesses. So, she wears a handkerchief, kind of like that.
Yeah, nice, very cool.
I could make what's it called, the casual designs too. I'm not gonna do it right now, but Anyway.
Yeah, these are all combat designs because they're ready to fight and kick butt.
And then I forgot Lazarus's other weapons. I'm stupid. Oh my god.
No, we all good. To be fair, Lazarus does have a lot of weapons.
I forgot all of them, dude.
No. I mean, like, he has like, kind of 6. I mean, he has 2 and then 4 different forms of 1.
That is true.
I like all the Greek references that he has in his weapons specifically.
Oh, I was trying to make it look like it was like he was holding it behind him, like that in those shows, but it didn't work out. All right, well.
All good.
Might look a bit weird, but And then, oh wow, that looks terrible. I'm so sorry about this.
Oh. No. We all good. We game and...
Truly, this is the epitome of gaming right now.
Honestly? Yeah.
Yeah, this is... God, it looks like a mess with this pose. I need to change it.
I think we can with confidence say that this is feral gaming.
Dude, we are the most feral right now.
Angry feral.
Anyway, so this is him with base chimera, verdant tears, and yeah, I definitely shouldn't have added a tail extension. So,
He's cool.
He has a lab coat because he never takes it off. Plus, it's to hold all of the
experimenting.
It's to hold all of the additions to Chimera.
Oh yeah, to hold all of Chimera.
He also uses his tail for combat too. So like he can use it to trip people. I changed the pose, but usually he's more down to the ground when he fights. I'll go into detail of it like when I can, or when when this video is done, I'll show you. Anyway, but yeah, that was all FERL. Thank you, audience.
Nice.
If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and do stuff. Subscribe to Retro Dude's channel. I'll link it down below, and I'll try to link like a donation thing down below too.
Yeah.
All right, Retro. Any last words?
Thanks for watching.
All right, bye guys.